Mine.
Oh my gosh. Yay. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Keep it
Hello.
coming. This is awesome. Hello, hello. I'm going to mute everybody just so we don't have feedback. Um,
Plug it.
okay. Sorry. And people are still coming on. That's great. We were just finishing the corporate call. On Mondays, we have a Show Me the Money call where they highlight either newly promoted people. Today, they were talking with Dr. Don about the chocolate greens. And he was saying, of course, this is great for everyone. Pam gives it to her, did she say 18-month-old or 14-month-old granddaughter? That they put it in her bottle, that it's amazing. The caffeine amount doesn't affect them at all. They asked, is it safe to put in coffee? Yes, it is. Just make sure it's not super duper hot, but all the other ingredients still work very, very well, and you're still going to get that the nutrients from them. So the Monday night calls are really good. We were just barely listening to Lachelle. Oh my gosh, I forget her last name. She's in our presidential push page for ambassador, and she went ambassador and got the $150,000 bonus. That's, just chump change, whatever. But I loved listening to her talk about. She was watching what the other VIPs are doing, and she was a little fearful of some of the things that they were doing. But she's like, in order for me to deal with that fear, I either don't do it or I start doing what they're doing. And are they holding online parties? Are they talking to more people? Are they messaging more people? And so she was using that fear for her good to push her instead of hold herself back. Comparison can steal your joy, but comparison can also push you. And so to kind of balance that a little bit, she was just talking about how she would compare herself. Well, what are they doing? What am I not doing? How can I become better? So our Monday night calls are always recorded. So you can go back, I think it was clear back to 2012, and go back and watch or listen to the recordings by going to events.myitworks.com, and then you click on any of the calendars, any of them, and then you click on Sunday nights for our family calls that are about 15 minutes, and you click on Mondays for our Show Me the Money call. Go back as far as you want, and that's what can really hit home with you, because those stories can really, you can relate with them, or you can, like, they're talking about the business, they're talking about their struggles or where they came from. And so these Show Me the Money calls, if you ever are like feeling frustrated or down or anything about the business, go listen to a Show Me the Money call, and that'll immediately pump you up. Okay, now that people are hopping on, this is awesome. You guys, thank you for hopping on. We are recording, so once I get this done and we convert it to my link, then I'll post it in the team page so that you can share it with your team that was not able to hop on. We are going to talk to you guys about finding loyal customers, how to post, how to engage, and how to promote in July. So Tiffany and Samantha and I are all going to be sharing kind of some tips and tricks and some suggestions. So hopefully you have pen and paper, something to write down, some ideas. But if you need to, private message us, ask us some questions. We're all here to help. That's what we're here for. So whether you just joined with this $10 promotion, whether you've been a distributor that's been with us for a while, we all gather 4 loyal customers every single month. But new distributors need to gather 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days to get the $100 shopping spree credit. So you can get it on any of our products. You can get it on any of the business supplies or any of the It Works apparel. You can use that $100 towards anything. So you'll want to get your 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days But we like to say, let's just go fast. Let's get that out of the way, and let's get that done by the 15th. So it provides you with your free $100 in product. It also gives you the fast start. And what fast start means is when you get your first 2 loyal customers in 30 days, you're fast start qualified. So when you get a distributor and they sign 2 customers in 30 days, you get a $100 bonus. You get a fast start bonus. So when you get your customers, that qualifies you to earn those bonuses in the future. It also helps you to promote quickly with the company. So when we offer suggestions, it's the company standard suggestions to help you go quicker with the company. When you sign 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors every month, you can rapidly grow your business. And we teach your team to do the very same thing. You can do those through using all of us as a resource by doing online live parties, which as a whole, Dare to Dream, we're going to be doing Wednesday night live online parties every Wednesday at this very time, 6:30 California time, Vegas time, 7:30 Utah, 9:30 Eastern. If those times don't work for you, do your own. Like, you can watch us do one and then you can schedule your own. You can go live on your Facebook and you can talk about a product. You can talk about the business opportunity. You can talk about why you joined or what your goals are. You can make posts on Facebook and you can private message. So those are all kind of different ways of how to find loyal customers. It's through parties, lives, posts, and messaging. So Tiffany, will you share with them how, let's see if you're unmuted, share with them how to post etiquette, do's and don'ts, and what you had in mind?
Okay. So one thing that everybody has to realize is that we are our own marketing reps for our business. Nobody's going to post on our behalf. So I see where a lot of people, they'll join the business, but they won't ever post, but yet they have a hard time getting customers. Think back to the days when there was, Mary Kay and Avon. They had to actually have parties in their houses to get their customers. We're so lucky that we're able to use social media now. We use Instagram, Facebook. Some people use Twitter and, Snapchat. But we need to really utilize those services that are just at our fingertips. We literally can work from our phones. So it's so important. You have to post not only just every single day about your business, but you also have to post at least 3 times a day. Okay, think of it, first thing when you wake up, you want to post something. Here's just what I do. I post something inspirational first thing when I wake up, because that's something that a lot of people like to see, right? When they wake up in the morning, they don't want to see immediately, buy wraps. Who wants to join my challenge? No, start somebody's day on a positive note. Okay, everybody loves to see positivity. So, what we always like to say is think of like 3 things that you love. Whether you're an animal lover, if you're a stay-at-home mom, think of something that's kind of like your niche. Like my niche is working out. Everybody knows me as the girl who's always at the gym or working out or whatever. So that's kind of like what my niche is. Think of what your niche is, and you want to have it to where eventually people are going to see something. So if you're an animal lover, say you have one of those big poodles. People are going to think of you, oh, I'm going to tag Colette because she also loves poodles. You're going to put it, I'm like fumbling over my words here. You have to kind of create your own, what am I trying to say, Colette? Your own.
Well, it's your own brand. It's your own. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Your own brand. So think of 3 things that you love. You love your family. You love your dogs, if you're a stay-at-home mom or whatever. And then you also want to post about those things, because one thing you don't want to do is turn your Facebook or Instagram into a walking It Works billboard. Nobody wants to follow that. I don't want to see that. Nobody else is going to want to see that. So what you definitely want to do is incorporate it into your lifestyle. So alternate your post. Start your morning with a good morning post. 3 or 2 or 3 hours later, post something about your business, about joining the business opportunity. A couple hours later, post something else, something that you love. So you're going to want to do that throughout the day. Now, I know a lot of people, especially for me, I work 8 to 5. A lot of people do have jobs, and so they like to say, oh, I can't post that often because I have a job. Well, there's an app called Hootsuite, and it's been a minute since I've used these apps, and the other one is Buffer. I'm not sure, try to see which ones you like. Are there any others, Colette?
Those are the two that I think we all use the most. I think that are the most. Oh, Samantha, you were going to say one?
Sorry, not to jump on you, Tiffany. We actually did some of the presidentials did a Facebook thing, and those don't actually, because of Facebook's algorithm, won't post now. People won't see them as much.
Wow.
Okay, so I'll add to that. So they will be seen, but if that's all you're using, then they won't be seen.
Okay, here's what I was also going to say about that.
Yeah.
Here's how I utilize Hootsuite. Is I use it just to schedule my posts, to set up my verbiage, and to set out the graphic that I want to use. But I don't post from the app. So if that makes sense. I will have my photo in there and all my verbiage, and then so I'll just go to my Instagram, post there, go to my Facebook, and post there. But I don't do it from the app. And one reason I don't like to do that is because what I was seeing was that they were grouping all the Hootsuite photos together. Right. So that's why I stopped doing that. But it's a great way to already have your verbiage set out and know exactly what you're going to post. Because I find that when I don't schedule my posts, I'll barely post. I'll go throughout the day, hours will go by, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post. So half the battle is figuring out what you're going to post. When you are posting, it's always best to, like when I came on in the business, I was going to Google, grabbing graphics off of there, join my business for $99 or, here's wraps. I mean, we want to stay away from the cheesy Google apps. What we like to see are lifestyle posts. So, you're drinking your greens, you have an actual belly wrap on, because people are going to be curious. They get drawn to you. They don't get drawn to anything that they can just see on Google. So always incorporate it. Our favorite business posts are when you're actually, like, say you're at a gas pump and you're holding up $25. I just sold a wrap for $25 and I can put $25 into my gas pump. That may not be a big deal to you, but it's going to be a big deal to that stay-at-home mom who wishes that she had $25. She, that's kind of tugging at her heartstrings, like, oh my gosh, all I have to do is sell wraps and I can get, Pampers for my baby. Just posts like that are really important and are going to really touch somebody. One thing I like to do is think back to all the conversations you've had. Have somebody in your mind when you're posting something, because it'll get a little bit more personal, and it's actually going to reach out to a lot more people, because they're going to think, oh my gosh, she totally is feeling me right now, Make sure your posts, are the graphics under Dare to Dream, under the albums are corporate approved photos for the wraps, hair, skin, and nails. There's tons of pictures there. Sometimes as they get posted, over and over and over, if you go to take one of those, it'll end up being blurry. Make sure your graphics are very clear, okay? Because otherwise, you want it to be pleasing to the eye. Every time you post, make sure it's going to draw your attention. If it's not going to interest you, it's not going to interest the next person. One very important thing, keep your post positive on social media. If you're upset at your baby daddy, do not go on social media and complain about it, because otherwise, what we're doing is we want to create this, not that you're like faking it, but we want to create, this business is amazing. It's, you want to be a positive person, because people are drawn to positivity. So, if you're on there all the time complaining, nobody's going to want to join your team, because they don't want that kind of drama that you have, that they're going to think comes with it. So always just think positive, post positivity. Try not to, if somebody, let me really go here. A lot of people are afraid to post because they're afraid that they're going to annoy their friends and their family. You have to get this out of your mind, because, sorry you guys, if you guys can hear my dogs barking. Get this out of your mind, because think of, put yourself in your own shoes. You're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and you're seeing all of your friends complain. You're seeing all the negative things. You're seeing, them complain about their jobs. You have to watch this. So why can't they watch you better yourself? Dreaming big. Why can't, you allow them to see that? Don't ever let them, if you have friends or family that are going on there complaining, you need to block them out. because they're not doing anything for you. They're not paying your bills. So just always keep that in mind. And I know that I, for one, especially, I was a personal trainer before getting in the business. I actually was really afraid to post because I didn't want to put out the illusion that, oh, you don't have to work out, you have to wrap. So, and then I had to get past that. And that's when I started really understanding the importance of incorporating these products with living healthy. Okay. That's another thing. I could go on and on, but I'm going to stop in a minute, I promise. We offer health and wellness products. So it's so important to incorporate that into your lifestyle, because people are going to say, well, you know, are you drinking the greens? Have you wrapped? You have to say yes. You have to have the ability to say yes. You have to show yourself working out. You have to show yourself eating healthy. You have to show yourself living this healthy lifestyle. Otherwise, people are going to just call bogus. That's where It Works distributors get the bad rap, because they're eating French fries, you know, or showing some, you know, nasty, unhealthy meal, but yet you're, you know, pushing wraps. You have to live one lifestyle. You have to, and that should also, you know, give you the ammunition. I want to be better. So, but I'm going to stop so give someone else a chance.
Well, what I love about that, because I want to add to that, is what a great opportunity for you to say, I just joined this team and I'm going to put the products to work for 90 days. Who wants to do this with me? Who wants to watch my progress and do this right alongside me? Whether you're only trying Confianza for 90 days for the stress and anxiety, maybe you're trying the wraps just for 90 days, or the greens, or the probiotics. There's something for everyone, and we have to have a testimonial of it. But it does take time, but you don't have to have a testimonial right now to promote your business. You can do it while you're promoting, but you know, use it, like Tiffany was saying, as a way to grow and become healthier in the process, and say, look what It Works has done for me. But there are many different products that can help so many different people. And so we're going to help you with learning about those different products. We don't want you to be overwhelmed and getting like freaked out over posting and verbiage and what to do, what not to do. Just try to be you. Just be very genuine, sincere, and just be you. And like Tiffany was saying, think about a person that you're talking to when you're posting, exactly like she said, because if you start thinking about, well, what person out there does need to pay off a student loan? Well, let's talk about that for a minute, you know, and you write up a post about that. So I will share on posting. It's really, really easy to just copy someone else's wording and then use it for your own. Don't do that. And I'll even admit, there was one that was amazing. It says, which one are you? Do you want to try product 1 for stretch marks, product 2 for hair, skin, nails, product 3? And it was like beautiful, and it had the emojis, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Copy paste. Guess what? That post did not get seen by anyone because she also copied that from someone else. So how many times was that verbiage used? That Facebook is smart, and they know that has been used so many times. So use your own wording. You can use it as a template to change it for yourself, but don't copy paste. Even the corporate photos, you can put a border around it in PhotoGrid. You can put a border around it in PixArt or whatever, and that kind of changes Facebook's memory of this photo being shared a lot. So it's kind of some tips and tricks. We'll kind of get into that a little bit down the road, but just be genuine. Start loving the products, start learning about the products, and that's going to help you. Also, helping you to find loyal customers. Say, you know what, I don't know all these products, but I want some testers to try them because I'm new to this business and I want personal friends and family with testimonials. Will you please try this out for 90 days? So kind of some ideas there. Sam, do you want to talk about engagement and how to increase people that are following you and all of that good jazz?
Yes, sorry, I just hit my enter button and it muted me. Okay, so this is kind of like an obsession for me. It's actually really, really bad. I'm obsessed with growing my following on Instagram. Like I really just am. So one thing I do, sorry, I was trying to pull this up for you guys. Hopefully you can see it. So when you're in your home page, you can scroll and so, see, look, I got easy that time. So okay, sorry, back up. I'm also jumping over my own words here. So Instagram and Facebook are really smart. When you search something, it's going to bring that up in your sponsored ads on Facebook and Instagram. So that's something that you like, or, I mean, if sometimes my husband's like games pop up in my sponsored, I'm like, no. But so I was just looking at swimming suits. So right now, swimming suits and this website are popping up. So people that are also looking for swimming suits are going to see this and like it. So I go through and add those people that are liking my sponsored ads because it's the same kind of things I like. So for my husband, he likes trucks and stuff, and so that's what's going to show up on his. Or Colette likes beach stuff, or I don't know what she likes. That's going to be different than what's on mine. So that's what I do is I literally every time I sit down on the couch with my kids, if we're just watching a movie, I hate their cartoons. So I pick up my phone and start adding people. And it takes me like 5 minutes to add thousands. And I think Facebook lets you add 1,000 now. So I just add, and I went public only because I figured on the Show Me the Money call to do what ambassadors do, and all the ambassadors are public. So eventually I was going to go anyway, so I decided to. So every time I sit down, it's not taking time or breath, or it's not taking any effort for me to sit down and literally just like push my finger on the follow button as I'm following people. So I will do it all day because it only lets you like add 1,000. So whatever. So I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers by the end of the summer. So mine's a little bit more extreme because I am trying to like hit 4,000 more followers or 3,000. Anyways, so that's how I add. But on engaging and Taz, it's a lot. But I don't add 1,000 per hour. I probably do it like 3 times a day. So, and some days I don't. Some days I add like 60 and I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm done for the day. I'm bored. So it just varies every day. So I watched an Instagram video by Claire Flores. I think that's how you say her last name. And what she does is she, on Monday or Sunday, picks 10 people from Instagram that she likes, or their profile. And I do the same thing that they were talking about. If they're negative, I'm definitely not going to be doing this with them. So I check out their profile, make sure they're not with a different company or they're not with It Works, and that they're super positive. If they love taking selfies, if they haven't posted since 2015, not adding them to my list. But what I do is I have this fun notebook that I got. You can see it. So I put the date up here highlighted. So July 2nd through the 8th, and then their names. And if they have their first name on their Instagram, I add it because Instagram, one of them is like Sissy Cat or weird things like that. You know what I mean? And so I want to know their names. So when I message them at the end of the week, I can say like, hey, Colette. So I add their names and then I do 5 days. And she says that 5 days is a lifetime on Instagram world, that you can build a whole relationship. So what I do for every day is I go in and I look at their Instagram story. If you don't know what that is, you can like click on their profile picture and it'll like pop up. Sorry, that's mine. So you can watch those, and they see that you watch those. You can send them a message like, oh, that's super cute. Where'd you get your shoes? Whatever. And then if they made a post, I comment or like. I try to comment, but if I absolutely can't think of a comment, then I'll just like it. Every day for 5 days. If they don't post or they don't do a story, I'll go back and like something else. And at the end of the 5 days, she says that you should be able to know pretty much enough about them that you can message them. So you should be able to message them like, hey, Colette, I saw you were at the beach a lot this week. I love the beach, whatever. Start a conversation. And then eventually it's going to get to, I really love how you are always posting about your kids in the beach. I would love to show you how you can make money at the beach with your kids, or join my team. not like just join my team, but basically send them a message saying, I'd love to show you how you can work at the beach, or something like that. So that's how I'm getting new leads, because I have 7,000 followers on Instagram. That's how I'm connecting with all those guys. Besides posting, Facebook, I think a lot of the ambassadors say you should put adding like 5 to 10. Some do 20. I personally hate Facebook right now. I just won't lie to you. So my Instagram's where I'm at. I mean, everyone builds differently. Facebook worked amazing for me my first 2.5 years. And then the last 6 months, I'd say Instagram is huge for me. So I still post on Facebook. I'm just not, and I still engage. So I just don't add as much because I was adding a lot of like people who are already parts of the business because that's what Facebook was showing me. So still engaging and liking and commenting. And on that note, I just want to add in. So I sent a message to a girl 2 years ago. Well, it was 2.5 years ago when I joined about joining my team, and she never replied. And I don't remember like being discouraged because she was on my hundreds list. But I've still engaged with her and commented with her. And 2 days ago, she messaged me that she was struggling with IVF and that they need something to pay with that. And this is what they think they want to do. So they were just deciding if this was for them. So on that note, like, don't get discouraged if your first post gets 0 likes or your second post doesn't get any likes. Or every few people you message, you're getting no's, because even those of us who have been in for 3 years, this month's my 3 years, I can't believe it. And Colette's been in for 5. Mm-hmm. So we still get no's. We still get posts where people never like or comment, but people are watching. I was one of those people that never liked or commented, and then someone messaged me, and that's the only reason I joined. So just stay consistent with your engaging and your posting, like Tiffany said, and just be you. So even messaging people, in interacting, sorry, this is kind of maybe going off, Glenn, you can stop me if you want to, but someone the other day asked me like how I blitz, and this is just me. I'm not going to walk up to someone and say, hey, want to try rap? Like, it's just not me. But I can walk up to Colette and say, okay, I love your shoes. Can I add you on Facebook? Like, I would love to share like shoe stores or shoe tips or whatever with you. Or if I see a mom at the kids museum where we're constantly at and her kids are like playing with my kids, I'd be like, hey, Vegas is huge. So I always say like, hey, what part of town you live in? That's like the thing here. I don't understand it. So I say like, hey, what part of town do you live in? And they tell me, and then I'm like, awesome. I only live like so far away from there. We should set a play date. Can I add you on Facebook? That's how I blitz, because once they're on my social media, and that's also how I add people to Facebook. Instagram, I only add them to Instagram that way if they don't have Facebook. But that's how you get people on your Facebook who are eventually going to see those posts, like Tiffany said, that they need gas money or they need diapers. And that's when they're going to be like, oh, okay, what do you do? So, but I also engage with them. I don't just add them and then be like, adios, like get lost in my 7,000 followers. I pick so many people a week and follow, what is that? Engaging with them. Sorry, I feel like I'm just tripping over myself right now.
No, you're doing great.
Can you think of anything else that I missed?
Well, I was just going to expand on what you said, because I'm glad that you brought up that 20s list that Claire Flores does. She does Instagram training on YouTube, so you can look her up. She was amazing. But it was like a light bulb for us when Samantha told me about it. I was like, wait, what? And so you just go through the people that you're following or your followers and pick out 20 people on Instagram, and then what?
Sorry, I was just going to say, once you said that. So actually I went through and picked, so I dropped the ball yesterday and I didn't do it, but I just posted this picture of Jax wearing matching shoes.
Oh yeah.
So I only do 10. I tried to do 20 and it was super overwhelming to me between 2 kids. So I just picked people who like this post because I know they're watching me. So I picked people from there that I thought had super cute profiles, and that's who I'm kind of engaging extra more with.
But how many people liked that picture?
Like 100.
Okay, so some of us start out with not knowing Instagram at all, and some of us have a huge following. And so these are all different. We can all start somewhere. And so Samantha has given like an excellent way of not just feeling like you have to engage with everyone on your timeline on Instagram, but just find 10, find 5, find 20, whatever you can keep up with, and just engage with them. Engage with them genuinely, sincerely, and try to avoid only double tapping, but commenting more. And I know, was it Taz or was it Samantha? You have to give more than just 3 words. You have to like expand and like on a comment say, oh my gosh, that swimsuit was so cute. Where did you get it? Or, you know, I always ask, because yes, I love beaches. I'll be like, oh my gosh, that picture is amazing. Where was this beach at? Or you have to ask questions to get some engagement back. But then you really do find people that you connect with and be like, wow, that person has confidence. That person loves taking selfies. They're not being shy. That person has the same interests that I do. And then just engage with them. And then at the end of the week, so I have a Facebook list and I have a Instagram list of people that I'm messaging and following up with. And at the end of the week, say, I've really enjoyed your Instagram. I've really enjoyed your Facebook, your positive, whatever. I don't know if you've seen my post, but have you ever thought of earning extra money from home? Or I don't know if you've seen my special. We have a special to join my team for $10. Is that something that you'd want more information on? And so it's a great way to organize who you're talking to without getting thoroughly overwhelmed in the beginning.
Colette, can I say like 2 things really quick?
Yeah, and then Tiffany has something.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Tiff. So I was just going to say, along those lines, a lot of people, like I was, very intimidated to just message people and be like, hey, I don't know if you've seen my post, but if you were listening to the Show Me the Money call, I forgot her name already. Lachelle said, in the beginning she was intimidated, but then she kept doing things that the ambassadors were doing. So obviously the ambassadors are doing these things. And if you are super new and you don't know what ambassador is, it's top rank in our company. They're doing these things that are being super successful. It's working. So don't change things that are working. I know it's super scary, but after the first message you'll send and someone's like, oh yeah, I would love to, you know, you get your excitement and it's just going to keep rolling. So that's just, I don't know, just kind of get over that fear and don't think like, oh, well, I don't want to be spammy, because you're not being spammy if you pay attention to their profile.
And yes, so I like what Sam said. And after this, then Tiffany can bring up what she was asking about. Don't ever assume. So back to worrying about if your friends aren't going to be supportive. You don't want to annoy your friends. Number 1, you have no idea which friends actually need this business or not. You have no idea who needs Confianza or the greens or whatever product. You have no idea. And everyone goes through a life change in every 9 months, whether it's losing a job, whether it's having a baby, whether it's divorce or a death in the family. Something happens, a life event happens every 9 months. So someone might not be ready when you're posting about it now. And that's what consistency is all about, is just showing who you are, your personality, with the things that Tiffany was talking about, but showing that you also have a business and you have dreams and goals and you have product that you're offering as well. And then you're doing a live demo. Oh, here's her personal interests as well. Here's her recipes and fitness, and here's Sam and her silly kids. You know, just incorporate everything together in a nice balance. And that's another different team training that we're going to do. But that consistency over time, people are going to take notice, and then when they're ready, they're going to come to you. And the people that you least expected it from will be like, I'm ready. Or people you've never spoken to, I'm ready. So don't shrink because of your fear of what other people are going to think. Own it and know that so much is possible with this business. and just know that you're joining this business for a reason, and that reason deserves your full effort. And no, what was I going to say? Everyone else's lack of knowledge shouldn't hold you back just because they don't know enough. They don't understand what this business is, or they don't understand the product. So, Tiffany, will you share what you were thinking?
With people, okay, I'll speak for myself. Prior to joining the business, I only had 150 friends. I was very skeptical, and whoever I added on my friends list, they were only people that I knew. Just because I went to school with somebody did not mean that we were friends. I was just very particular of who I allowed into my personal life. Well, I learned after I joined the business, it's so important to get outside of your network, because you're going to run out of that warm market. I mean, there's only so many times you just keep preaching to the same choir. So that's why it's so important to expand on your audience, and that's why we want to continue to add friends. If you only have like 150 Facebook friends, a third of those people are even seeing your posts. So you need to have 3,000 Facebook friends. I know that sounds crazy, but seriously, that's got to be your goal, because the more people that are seeing your posts, the more opportunities that you're going to have for people to want to join your team and for people to want to, purchase products from you. Same thing on Instagram. Now, another thing, I know when people first join the business, they're like, okay, I want to create a business page and I want to create a business Instagram. Don't make it harder on yourself. I did that as well. And you learn. And also, if you were to create a business page and all you're posting are business posts, nobody's really saying anything, because part of the algorithm with Facebook are, however often you comment on your friend's posts, they're going to start seeing your stuff. So on your business page, you're not going to be really commenting on anybody's posts. They're not going to really see your stuff. And keep in mind, people buy into you before they buy into the products. So it's so important to incorporate your business with your lifestyle so they can kind of see your personality. Okay, so hopefully that clears up, do I create a business page? Also, do I keep it public or private? To me, that should be, that's up to your discretion. How I do it, I keep my Facebook private. However, I make certain posts public. So like any motivational stuff, any like fitness stuff, I make public. And the reason is, when I'm going through and adding, like if somebody were to add me on Facebook, first thing I'm going to do is stalk their page. If it's completely on lockdown where I can't see anything, then I'm going to be like, I don't know anything about this person. But if I see product, I'm going to think, okay, this is why they're adding me. I'm not going to add them. But if I'm seeing all inspirational posts that are public, I'm going to add them on Facebook. That's just my opinion. But again, everybody can do whatever they want. Now, one thing I know a lot of people, especially with children, they're afraid of adding strangers. Here's one thing. With Facebook, you can put your friends in categories. So, and I suggest you do this before you expand on your friends list. I had 1,500 friends when I started, and I literally spent 4 hours. Put like your family, your close friends, put them in a personal category, because sometimes, you'll want to go and post something private about your family or your life, or, you're on vacation or children. If you really want that to be private, you can have that directed just to go to your private people, to where your strangers won't see it. So that's one thing that you can help to protect your privacy as well. But that doesn't mean you're only going to post just business to everybody else. You want to make a good mix of it. And I think that's all I had that I wanted to add.
Awesome. Okay, so this meeting is about posting, engaging, and helping you find 4 loyal customers. So I have a challenge for each one of you, and that is to hold a launch party. I held a party every single week in the first four months of my business, and that's what helped me promote. So I have a challenge for you that every one of you either attend and invite 5 people to a launch party once a week. So remember, I'm doing one every Wednesday. You can count that as you attending if you invite 5 people, 5 potentials, whether it's friends and family, coworkers, neighbors, I don't care. Invite them to watch that live event. Mine only lasts about 45 minutes. I go over the products. I go over testimonials. I have personality. I try to have fun. And I share about the business and why I joined and the opportunity for them. So that can be one. You can hold your own, or you can talk to your sponsor or your upline and have them hold one. But I challenge you to hold at least one launch party a week to get your 4 loyal customers by the 15th. Launch parties can be in your home where people show up and you have a product pamphlet and you just talk about the products and you talk about what they can do and what's a loyal customer and how to join your team. Or you can do it on a Facebook event where you create an event and then I just click on the live button and I go live. Also, an appointment could just be you at a coffee shop, you at Starbucks, you at the park, talking with someone else. That's an appointment, and that can be a party, whether it's just you and one other person. So those are ways to grow your business by posting, engaging, messaging, and going to those live parties or holding parties every single week. Does anyone have any questions? This is your time now to ask questions, to ask anything that you want, things that you need help with, and we are all here to kind of bounce ideas off of it or help you through it. Does anyone have any questions? Sam?
I know my team was asking a lot for like post samples, and I know Tiffany gave some, but I was just going to give them kind of the one I'm posting right now, just to kind of, I don't know, help while we were waiting for questions. So Jax just came and sat on my lap, my 3-year-old, and so I took a picture really quick on the screen of everyone's faces with him, and I just circled it on my, like on one of my apps with a drawing thing, and I just said, this right here is, oh my gosh, this right here is everything. This is why you always read after, right? This right here is everything. Jax wanted to be a part of our team training. At a normal, quote, job, there is no way I could ever be holding my little guy, coloring while still working, and then I still haven't finished it. But I just want to give you guys those are the kind of things that Tiffany was talking about that is going to like get people's attention versus join my team because I work at home. Like, no, but you can see that I'm working while Jax is sitting on my lap. Like, that's a whole different story.
Right.
So anyways, that's just a post idea.
That's a good idea.
One other thing, everything you need to know is literally available at your fingertips. Even like if you have a question, as far as, how much is a product, just log into your eSuite or just look up, if you want to know how much greens are, just Google greens, it works, whatever. And it'll tell you how much the low customer pricing is, how much retail is. Take time to read your rules and regulations and do your, make sure you do your training academy that's in your eSuite. Hopefully everybody has already logged into their eSuite. Colette posted, step 1, which was to log into your eSuite. That's so important. Make sure you know what you're talking about when you're talking about the business. Colette, why don't you explain what a loyal customer is?
Hey, a loyal customer is someone who wants to try any of our products at 40% off for at least 90 days. And you can try any one product or more and get the discount from day 1. And you can switch it out for whatever you want month 2 and month 3. And so I would explain it like this. Like, I'm new to It Works and I'm looking for some testimonials. Maybe I'm talking to my mom or my sister. Will you please be one of my testers and try any of the products at a discount? So you can try hair, skin, nails in, what month are we? June? July? Oh, July. Okay. So in July, you try hair, skin, nails. And in August, you can switch it to something else at 40% off. And in September, you can switch it to something else again for any dollar amount at 40% off. And after that, you get the discount for life. You can order when you want, what you want, and always get the discount. Does anyone else have a better way? And I heard a horse in the background. Who has horses?
Sorry, I thought I was muted. Jax. See, this is what working with our kids is like. I seriously thought you muted me. I'm sorry.
I am now. Loyal customers also get or earn 10% product credit with every order. It's called Perks Points. And so it kind of accrues that 10% with every single order. And after their 90 days, they can start to use it. But after 6 months, they get an extra $50 Perks Points. And at 12 months of consecutive orders, they get 150 extra Perks Points. So we've had customers that have let it sit there and camp out, and they've had like over $300 in Perks Points. It's insane. But it's a really great program where you're not tied to any one specific product. You get the discount. You don't have to order a certain dollar amount every month. And I've been a part of a number of different network marketing companies where you've had minimums that you've had to order, which turned out to be like $80 every month as a customer to get the discount. So it's a really great flexible program. Do we have any other questions? No? As you think of questions, please ask your upline, ask your enroller. We're always here to help. In Dare to Dream, there's a little search in Dare to Dream. You can type in keywords, and one of the most common is, one of them is vegan. You know, what products are vegan? Or can I take this while I'm pregnant? Well, type in that keyword and it'll come up with every conversation we've ever had that talks about that word. And you'll probably get your question answered because it's been asked before, probably. Like Tiffany said, go on to your eSuite on your website and go check out that training, the Training Academy. It's pretty amazing and pretty thorough. So everything that you need is in there, but we are here to help. So let's get started. Let's invite people to our Wednesday wrap party. Let's get your 4 loyal customers. Let's get you that free product. And so many of you are already boxed for promotions, and we want to see you start earning big paychecks right away. So the faster that we get engaging and posting and getting those customers, the faster you guys can get a healthy check. So Tiffany or Sam, do you guys have anything else?
What was that site? I'm totally having a brain fart. No, I don't have anything else.
Does everyone have the Wired app? Everyone needs to get the Wired app, WIRED, and that's where you can listen to the corporate calls, and you can also see your countdowns for all of your promotions. Oh my gosh. Tiffany, will you bring yours up?
Huh?
Your Wired app.
Wired? Okay. My product coach, is that still around?
Yeah. myproductcoach.myworks.com.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's a great website for everybody. It lists every single product and a bunch of common questions and answers. It's a great way for you to learn a lot about our products.
Yes.
Okay, let me bring up mine. Okay. Which part did you want me to put it on, Colette?
So go to the Wired app will show you, your bonuses. So if you go up a little bit further, it tells her that she's in progress for the $10,000 bonus by September, and that she has until October 31st to get a $30,000 bonus. Go up a little bit. And then she has till the end of December to get triple. I mean, it keeps going down. Yeah, you guys all can be earning those fast bonuses all the way up to ambassador. And it gives you, is it 2 years or how long do you have to get ambassador on that?
Ambassador is April 2018.
Oh my gosh. But that's the go fast. But what about the...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 2019, February 2019. To get ambassador with a $75,000 bonus.
You guys, this isn't just like this one-time thing. You guys can be accruing all of these bonuses, and it shows you your timeline. It is insane. I love it. I'm kind of a charts girl, so I like charts and lists and things like that. So
Yes.
Okay, well, that's all I have, you guys. I wanted to end at 7:30. Thanks for hopping on. We're going to do this every single Monday, different topics every time. It is recorded, so I will share the link with this later. And don't forget to stay in contact, stay in touch. We want to be here to help you guys. See ya.